Hey, we gotta talk. I'm Professor Coat. I need to talk to you for a second.
Dog, how did random strangers keep getting in my house?
Yeah, do you have a warrant? Yes, I'm a real detective. See, I'm looking for a man of small stature. He usually walks on all fours. He has a fisherman's hat. Let's see here. Blue sunglasses and a goatee. Similar to mine. Yes, he's been asking for very strange requests from neighbors of this neighborhood.
Tell me about it.
In fact, I think once he asked for microwaved mayonnaise. Have you seen him?
Yeah, yeah, I know who you're talking about. I haven't seen him around. I saw him, but no, I haven't seen him around recently.
You haven't? Are you sure about that?
I'm not lying to you. I don't. Why do you think I'm lying to you?
I'm getting suspicious. You see, I don't like when I get suspicious. Because when I get suspicious, I do things I don't like.
Yo, hey, okay, hey, whoa, okay, alright, dude, calm down a little bit, dude. Come on, like, is this worth it? It's not, dude, it's not worth it.
Are you defying a police officer? If you're defying a police officer, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to shoot you.
That's not even a real gun. What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
Probable cause? What's
this
a
joke?
That mean? That means nothing to me, okay? You're defying me, and I hold a position of power that you are simply not in. You have to comply.
You're threatening me with a fake
Do
gun.
it.
You're not. It's your fucking.
Now you're threatening me. Review that little yellow dragon guy over there, to prove your innocence, and I'll let you go. How does that sound? Good. Oh God, I'm sorry. I didn't.
What the fuck is the
swear
matter
to God,
with
I
you?
did not mean.
Okay,
what?
Just,
I was. It was self-defense.
It's real. It's real.
It was self-defense.
How the fuck is that real?
This is the HC Toys Showa King Ghidorah, and boy does this hunk of plastic have a story. This came out in 2019, I think, around the time Godzilla King of the Monsters came out. As you can see, this thing bears a strange resemblance to what would be an SH MonsterArts version of Showa King Ghidorah, which, as of the making of this video, hasn't been made yet. Although I still don't know if there's been any more info on what happened, a lot speculate this was a stolen mold from Bandai that was eventually mass-produced as a third-party figure, which may or may not be the reason as to why we haven't gotten an official one yet. Let's get into it. As you can see, the sculpt here is really good. Like, really good. It's a spitting image of the character from this era. The scales are really impressive, and the detail goes further into the wings, which are the best part of the figure in my opinion, in terms of looks. Strictly in terms of looks. The folds of the membrane, they look grand, they give the figure a presence that kind of takes your breath away at points. But unfortunately, it's kind of fucked up by the complete lack of care given to the paint job. I know this is a third-party figure, so asking anything from HC Toys is really kind of like asking a mob boss for a raise. Like, the figure is pretty questionably legal already, and now you're asking for actual effort. But they really could have tried harder with the paint applications. Just look at this, it's barely accounted for. And the parts that have paint are so poorly applied that it's laughable, especially with its price and the excellent detail. This thing doesn't really have a box, and it did come in bubble wrap, yet still somehow there's paint chipping and scratch marks on the wings. Like, how the fuck did that happen? Like, I'm being serious.
Are you reviewing it?
Dog, get the fuck out of my house! Leave! The only accessories it had was a large stand, but not only is it molded for a completely different Ghidorah figure, it fucking sucks. Plus, I'm using it for something a little lighter. The articulation is pretty good for Ghidorah. It's all ball joints. Necks move perfectly like a hose. Jaws too, although one kept coming off. The wings... Jesus Christ. The wings look good, but it seems like no one knows actually how to make Ghidorah's wings articulate well. They're just huge pieces of plastic that don't move except for the base, which can barely support the wing's massive scale. It's a clever little contraption they did for the wings mechanism, but it still blows ass out of my dick. The connection is flimsy at best, they squeak and they constantly fall off. The torso moves on a ball joint. It can arch, the thighs move, the knees, ankles, the feet, the works. and the tails are fully articulated. Here is the Showa Ghidorah with the SH MonsterArts Godzilla, which I reviewed previously. Obviously, Ghidorah from the 60s is nowhere near as big as this, but you know, it works overall. Here's a guy again. Unit 2. Some ultras. Overall, this figure is a mixed bag. The sculpt is great, but its paint job sucks, the wings fuck, and the accessories are cucks. Now, although this figure is pretty poorly assembled, I do recommend this to anyone in the market for a high-end Ghidorah, as the price is pretty acceptable despite its quality control problems. If Bandai were to release this, it'd be twice as expensive and probably for the same overall problems, except for maybe a better paint job, which doesn't really mean much when the figure already isn't worth anything more than 80 bucks. From now on, the scoring system is out due to situational buggers like this guy. I'd say get him if you're willing to accept the problems and you just want a posable Ghidorah that looks great. But again, just be wary of what you're in for. If that bothers you, stay away. Either way, I'd rather pay 80 bucks for this than spend 160 bucks on the same figure that Bandai probably would have released. The price speaks for itself. With all that said, this is Empira signing out. Bye guys.